Dude, again with the giant cup of cream?
There's 10 tablespoons of coffee per cup, and it's triple brewed.
You are psychotic.
Cheers.
What's up, Internet? John and Camille both here from Next Gen.
What, I don't get to say my own name?
You don't have to say it every time.
The 2017 Battle of the Builds Cab Edition is finally coming to a close.
First off, thanks to everyone who has submitted a cab. We've seen some truly amazing work.
Let's take a look at some late entries. We're going to highlight our absolute favorites.
Damn right.
And announce the winner.
First up, we have Matthew Paquette from Montreal, Quebec. He built a combo cab, a tweed amp kit from Trinity Amps. Shout out to Trinity, another great Canadian company. This cab's made from sapele. Yeah, which is like it's like an alternative to mahogany. It's a very similar grain to mahogany, but a little more brown. There we go. Nice joinery. Everything's clean. I'm not seeing any like tool marks or anything. It looks like it was well sanded before it was finished.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice. I like the grain on that. I like the differences between the grain and the direction because you can see the end caps and it changes the color.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's really nice. It's really smooth.
Did you build two?
Well, obviously he built two.
Well,
not maybe.
Maybe. So if anyone has ever wanted to look at the guts of a Trinity amp, this is the inside of a Trinity kit.
It looks nice. It's clean.
This is, to me, exactly how you should do a clear-coated cab.
All the roundovers. There's no burns. There's no slippage of the bit.
Is there anything bad about it?
Grill cloth does not look perfect.
Oh, yeah, you can see it kind
A
of
little bit.
tilting in the corner over here.
And there's screws in the front.
you and your screws in the front. I don't want to knock it because it's very beautifully done, but it's, compared to some of the newer entries especially, it's a little plain. If you put Tolex on it, it would be indistinguishable from any other combo.
Yeah.
It
There's
doesn't
nothing really over the top, fancy, crazy.
And that's only because of the craziness of some of the ones.
That's only because of the craziness. Next up, we have Christian Doyon. He's from Trois-Rivières.
Man, it is obvious. It's obvious we're not French. Trois-Rivières.
That was nicer, yeah.
Quebec.
Yeah. He made a 212 closeback cab with Celestion V30s. Let's have a look.
I like it.
It's cool. This is different. This is what we were talking about craziness.
Yeah, like originality. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
It looks like a pirate's chest.
Yeah. I like pirates.
Which this is the tale of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Pirates so brave on the seven seas.
What? All right. What's the cool stuff about this?
Okay, so I like the originality. I like that it's different. The compass is a nice touch. The handles,
yeah.
The rings around the holes are nice. He's got really good use of different woods, different materials. Like the band down the middle is pretty cool.
Yeah, this honestly looks just like he bought like a quarter round
like
or something.
Quarter round
for a house,
which is cool. It adds another level of detail.
Yeah, it makes it look really cool. Good use of like furniture parts too. So there's a couple things to point out from this angle. One, you can see how loose the grill cloth is, like this, the little waves and stuff here. Could have been done a little tighter. Two, a little sandpaper goes a long way.
Goes a long way.
Yeah, you see all the little cut marks from the jig that cut the circles. It's very cool the way he did this, but I mean, these edges look like they could have been sanded a little better. This obviously looks like it could have been sanded just to give it a cleaner look. Normally, you're the guy complaining about the screws. But it bothers me how uneven these screws are. It just seems like they're so randomly placed.
Maybe that's the look he was going for because pirates didn't exactly take, care or detail into making chests.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, if he's trying to be like authentic as far as like the pirate, it's like an old school chest, so it's not going to look perfect because all that was done by hand and not, machine measured and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty original.
This is what we're talking about when we're talking about originality. Very, very cool. From a distance, super cool. Up close, you start to see tiny mistakes. But maybe those mistakes were intentional.
Maybe.
So, yeah. Super cool job, Christian. All right, so next up, we've got James. I don't know what his actual name is. He's given us a bunch of names. Ward, Demore. He wants to be known as Jimmy D, Guitarist Canada Forum. Shout out to Guitarist Canada. Best forum on the internet. He's from Concord, Ontario. He built a 4x10 closed-back cab with Celestion G10 Golds. The cab is 2 years old, which isn't exactly recent, but it looks really badass. So I wanted to definitely share this. What kind of software is this?
I don't know. Looks like maybe a cab designer software or something. But he started with the actual design.
Oh.
And yeah.
That's
There
going to
we
be
go.
some crazy joinery.
So there it is, kind of put together.
This is super impressive already.
This is cool. He routed the mount, I guess you would call it,
Yeah,
for the speaker, and it's angled.
Yeah, so the speakers will point slightly up.
Yeah,
That's-
which is pretty cool.
Really cool. There's the baffle mounted with a bracing
Mm-hmm.
custom bracing that he built. I got to say one thing about this cab. This would be damn heavy.
Yeah.
This thing's got to be like 100
Yeah.
pounds. There's so much 3/4 inch ply on this, and it's like good Baltic birch ply. This is the really cool thing about this cab for me. One of the really cool things. Obviously, the shape and the design is really unique. He didn't Tolex it, and he didn't clear coat it. He covered the entire thing in celluloid. And in purple celluloid, which is my wife's favorite color.
So there he is.
Glued to the sides.
So that he bent.
Yeah, he would have had to
Bent it.
bend that in the corner because there's no seam, right? It's
No.
just one piece. Jeez. He did that on all the corners? Just those little
The
tight
top
pieces?
ones, yeah, the
He would have
top-
had to cut little tiny strips
Yep.
of celluloid, angled the cuts so that the pieces would go together flush.
Yeah, that's right. Because then you could see on the side, the cut on the actual strip goes up.
This is an insane
And
amount
then
of work,
it goes
man.
like that. And yeah, that's a lot of work. And
Look
there's
at
the
that.
finished product.
That is damn cool. If I had one criticism, though, the grill cloth is a little bit wavy. But there's no screws in the front.
But there's no screws. There's no screws anywhere.
Is that a water slide decal? Made in Canada?
Wow, I didn't see that before.
I didn't see that before either. That's a really cool little touch.
Now there's a seam right down the middle there of the celluloid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cleanly done. And there's a seam on the chamfer there too.
Oh, yeah.
There's
This is really well
miters.
done.
There's miters on all those corners.
Where the celluloid?
Right there, yeah. So he bent that one piece, and then the outside pieces he mitered and he rounded it.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done. You know what you don't want to
Very
do?
original. What?
You don't want to smoke near the thing. Celluloid is highly flammable.
Yep.
You take a smoke, put your cigarette down. Whole thing goes up in smoke.
Be a lot of work gone in seconds. Next, we're looking at Eric Langlois.
Langlois.
He's from Saint Henry de Lévis.
I'm glad you got all the French ones.
Quebec. Yeah, I know. He made cases for racks and a pedal board
With LED strips underneath.
with LED strips.
That do multiple colors, apparently. These probably should have been the last pictures. So adjustable feet so that his cabs will all be flat on the ground no matter what the floor is like,
Always level.
which is smart because floors aren't always level. So he painted this logo on the top of each of the cabs, apparently.
Yeah. Without music, life would be a mistake.
That's cool.
I have that on the back of one of my guitars.
Oh, yeah?
Mhm.
Which one?
My Yamaha
Oh, nice.
that I've had for
Yeah, you've got
15 years.
I remember you used to have like 1,000 stickers on that guitar.
Yep. Now there's like that and one more.
Nice.
The finish is
kinda-
really cool. He said it was a long process to do the finish. Basically, he painted it, sanded it, stained it, sanded it, stained it, and then I think varnished it at the end. I think that's what the process was.
I really like how the finish turned out on this.
That's a lot of wait time, though.
That is a
In
lot
between
of weight.
each
Yeah, a lot
layer.
of patience building this.
Yeah.
He's got some rack drawers, obviously. Oh, and he's got the carpet. Close up on the logo. Super well done. Very clean lines.
Yeah.
How would you paint that so cleanly? I guess he has
Like a stencil or a template or something.
yeah. Very nice.
I like this one. I like a lot of things that he did with this one. I like this right here. What he did with these cables. There's literally a hole that's just big enough to fit the cable. You know, wire it up to the plug, feed it in, and then solder it wherever it goes inside. And he did that with all of them.
So that's super cool, but the criticism there would be you'd never be able to reposition anything.
No. I like it. I like the finish. I like the ideas that he put into it.
Yeah, there's not a lot. There's not really. I wouldn't consider it to be advanced woodworking, but the finish is great. The concept is cool. The logos are super cool. Really well done.
Mhm.
Up next, we have Martin Prieur, or Prieur, God, we suck at French. He's from Saint Paul de Joyette. Crap.
Again, you're not speaking French!
Saint Paul de Joyette, Quebec. He built a stack of teal calves.
I really like the that right there. The outside finish. It's like a black burst basically.
Oh yeah,
But
it's
the whole thing
darker
is
around the
stained.
edges. I like when it's lightly stained like this, where you can still see
Yeah.
edges of the wood grain without any color in them. I think that's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the burst.
I like the burst. I don't care what you think. I like the burst.
Majorly good thing I have to say about this is he built a bunch of them, and they all look great.
Yeah.
That's
Very consistent. But he's showing us 4 here,
I'm guessing these are 215s and 212s.
probably. But he built 8 of them. I don't know how I feel about the front, only because there's no grill. There's nothing to protect the speaker.
Yeah, leaving speakers exposed is just asking for trouble. Just to mention this part, the screws are on here because this part is actually removable to change the port.
Oh.
That's why you see 3 channels for the port.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think of top 3? I feel like, in no particular order, Jimmy D,
Yeah.
the guy with the teal cabs, Martin.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think Eric Allard from our previous video, because of the amount of joinery and woodworking and his Tolex and grill cloth were like perfect.
I'd probably agree with those 3 actually. If I had to pick my favorite, I would put my vote for Jimmy D's cab.
Mm-hmm.
It's something like right out of a Tim Burton film.
Well, doing clear coat is one thing. Doing Tolex is another thing to get Tolex perfect and grill cloth. But celluloid?
Yeah, and cutting everything on the right angles to get the perfect
That's
flush.
another level of detail. That's another level of work.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
I think it's pretty clear.
Jimmy D.
Jimmy D.
Congratulations, Jimmy D. You are the winner. You've just won $500 of store credit from Next Gen. Your cab literally kicked ass.
Original. Lots of great craftsmanship.
Yeah.
So that's it for the contest. Leave a comment below. Let us know which cabs you like best and why.
And let us know if you like the contest and if you'd like to see another contest in the future.
Until next time, see you next time.
Thanks for watching. If you have sales-related questions, please visit our website at nextgenguitars.ca. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for future videos.
Until next time, see you next time.
Until next time, see you next time.
Yeah, that's my outro.
That's the best outro ever.